Want to add Tidio Live Chat to your WordPress website without coding? I'll show you how, step by step. And if you're stuck with anything chat related, drop it in the comments. I might make a tutorial just for you. Let's get started.
So the first thing I'm going to do is to head down to the plugin section and select add plugin. And from here, I'm just going to type Tidio. And once the options appear, I am going to select the first one, Tidio Live Chat and AI Chatbots. I'm going to select install now, and it's installing. And now I am going to activate it. So it prompts me to create a free account. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to type my email and my password. I'm going to agree with Tidio's term and conditions and get started. Great, so it has created my new account and I'm going to open Tidio panel. So the first question is, what is your name? And on the right side, I have something that looks like a chat window. So I'm assuming that by entering my name here, it will appear somewhere on this chat window. So let's see if it does that. And there you go. My name did appear on the right side, just beside the icon or the image icon. And it says, which department do you work in? And I am going to say web development. Next, which tools or channels do you currently use to connect with your customers? So I have all these channels, and I can also select I am just getting started. So that is just what I'm going to do. And I'm going to hit next. Now it's asking me, what is your primary business model? I provide services to business or customers or e-commerce online store. I'm just going to select I provide services to businesses or customers. What is your company's industry? And I have a drop down with several options: art, culture, creative, automotive, and aftermarket, and so on. You can go through the list to look for the one that suits you. In this case, I'm just going to select digital media influencing and content creation. Now it's asking how many customer conversations does your company handle per month, and it has several options, up to 200 or between 200 and 999 and so on. I'm just going to select up to 200 and select next. How many visitors does your website attract each month? Up to 1,000 or between 1,000 and 9,999 and so on. I'm just going to select up to 1,000. How many customer support agents do you have in your current setup? I'm just going to put just me. Next, my main goal for using Tidio is automate my support system with AI agent, generate leads, configure ticketing system, offer live support, increase sales. I'm just going to use offer live support. And how will you like to interact with your customers? So I can choose by Instagram or WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, email, website, via live chat. I'm assuming that I can add these options later. So I'm just going to select Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, website via live chat, and let's go. And now it says your 7-day full featured trial starts now, and I'm going to select let's go. It's prompting me to connect my support mailbox to Tidio, but I'm just going to do that after. I'm going to exit out from here.
Quick question. What is the one feature you wish chat tools had but always seem to miss? Drop it in the comments. Your feedback makes me make better tutorials that actually solve real problems.
So this seems to be the dashboard with many options, and as you can see, I have completed 1 of 6 tasks. What I'm going to do is to select settings, and from here it's still prompting me to finalize my setup. I'm just going to exit out from here, and I'm going to concentrate on this section here, live chat. If I open up live chat, I get other options like appearance, installation, chat page, and translations. So I'm currently on the first section, appearance. So under the appearance section, I have general, content, visibility, multi-language, and advanced. So under the general option, I have the background color, which is actually this one here. and action color, which is most likely the one that you see where it says home or chat. So let me just play with the options here. Background color says color 1, and I can change that to color 3 if I wanted. And action color says blue. I can change that to purple. So this shows you that the action color is actually purple. Let me just go ahead and put it back how it was. This was color 1 and this was actually blue. Brand logo, it says custom branding is available on the plus plan, so you will have to upgrade for that. Next option is content, and content has 4 tabs. It has home, it has chat, it has pre-chat survey, and it has minimalize, and each one has several options. So I'm just going to start with the home tab. So the first option is welcome image, and it has agents collage or your logo. So let's say you have several agents, they will appear here. It says show a collage of your agent's profile pictures at the top of your widget. So they will typically appear here like several agents if you had several agents, or you can actually upload a logo. So you can just touch here and it will open up a window where you can upload a custom logo. I'm just going to leave it as agents collage. Then the header says hi there, and as you can see is the message that we have here. If I position my cursor and I type something, it actually updates immediately. So that is the message that we're seeing there, hi there. And the message says welcome to our site, ask us anything, and that is the message that I can see here. And as well, I can modify that message if I wanted. I'm just going to leave it as is. Now we have the conversation starters, and visitors can quickly start a conversation with these starters. For example, depending on your services or product, the options here are, I have a question about the product, or do you offer discount codes, or what is my order status, and so on. You can actually add some of those. So let's say, for example, I want to enable this first one. I have a question about the product, and as you can see, it did appear here. So if the customer touches this option, it will open up a window where they can start chatting. I can also enable other conversation starters. For example, do you offer discount codes? Let me just go back here and it appears there. Do you offer discount codes? Or what is my order status? What's the exchange policy? What's the return policy? And all the starters are here in this section. I'm going to disable these starters, and as I said before, you can add a new one that is focused on the type of services or products that you offer. Next option is online status, and as you can see, it says we reply immediately, and you can also change that to something else you want. In case you're not online, then it means that you're offline, and it says we typically reply within a few minutes. So that will be the option that the customer will see if you're offline. So online says we reply immediately, offline says we typically reply within a few minutes. And now I'm going to move to the chat tab, and it says all the conversations with Tidio agents and flows take place here. This is the offline message, so I can change that if I wanted. It says we are currently unavailable. We'll get back to you when one of our agents is able to respond. So you can actually leave that or change it. And it says let visitors create ticket when offline. So the visitor will have to enter their email and a message here and hit send when I'm offline. I can turn it off if I wanted, or I can leave it on. Now I'm going to move to the pre-chat survey tab, and it says ask your visitor for their personal information like email before the conversation starts. The survey will be mandatory for them. So as you can see, this is the section where you ask the customer for their email. I can turn it off if I wanted. And the message says please introduce yourself. Obviously I can modify this message. The survey fields are here, and the one that is added by default is email, but it seems that I can add a new field. So if I touch this option here, I can add a name, phone number, GDPR compliance. So by default, it added the email and it added department. I can actually remove or delete the department if I wanted. Let me just go ahead and delete department. And if I hit the add new survey field option, I will definitely get the department option again. I can definitely add a name and phone number. So you get the point. I'm just going to delete this and not stress the customer too much. I'm just going to ask them for their email, and the email goes with this ask your visitor for newsletter permission, which is very interesting. If you have a newsletter that you want the customer to receive periodically, you can just check this option and that will prompt the customer to sign up for a newsletter. And the last option is minimalize. So I'm just going to go to the minimalize tab, and it says you can add button label to encourage visitors to open the widget. And as you can see, there is a label here that says chat with us, and as usual, I can modify the text in that label. So it seems that it's good to have it on. It will actually encourage visitors to open the widget. And now let's go to the visibility and position section. And here I have settings for desktop and mobile devices. For example, I can hide on specific pages or hide or display specific countries, and that's for both desktop and mobile device. On desktop, the widget position is set to right, which is here, like this icon is set to the right, but I can actually touch the left option and it comes over to the left. I'm just going to leave it to the right. Button type, corner or sidebar, I can actually change that to sidebar if I want it on desktop, but I'm just going to leave corner as an option. On mobile, I also have the same option to position it on the left or on the right. Button size, small, medium, large. I'm just going to leave it at large. And I'm going to go over to the multi-language option here. And it says enable as many languages as you want and add the ones you need. So actually the default language is English. I'm just going to leave English. I can actually add more languages. And it also gives you the option to translate, which is pretty cool. And finally, I am going to move over to the advanced options, and it says display widget when agents are offline. Yes, no. So actually want to leave that on, most likely. Background image, you can have a background image on a home tab. So for example, here I can actually change this, or you can select an image on the home tab, or you can upload an image of your own. Seems pretty cool. I'm just going to put this option here since I'm in the web development. And the other option says enable widget sounds. And after all these changes, you want to save the settings. So I'm just going to save the settings now, and it says settings saved. So it's now time to see how this works on a mobile device. I am scrolling down, and you can see that it does appear with the Tidio chat widget on the lower right corner, and it says hi there, if you need any assistance, I am always here. And it does have a message trigger. I can actually enter my message. So I'm just going to say hi, I need help, and I'm just going to hit send, and it prompts me to introduce my email. Let me just try to exit out from here. In order to send that message, it appears that it requests my email. So if you recall, on the pre-chat survey option, it says that the survey will be mandatory for them. So that is why it's forcing me to submit my email address. So what I'm going to do here is to turn off this option so that it will not be mandatory for the user to leave their email. And as I disable it or turn it off, then this option also turns off. What I'm going to do here is just hit save.
Have you ever missed a customer chat because you were offline? Let me know in the comments. And if that is your pain point, I'll show you a cool way to handle that in a future video.
And now I'm back to my website, and I'm going to refresh the page. and let's see what happens. So the page has been refreshed. I'm going into the chat options. Let me see if I can go to the beginning. So it actually says, hi there, welcome to our website. It seems that they are online. It says we reply immediately. So I'm just going to hit the blue arrow and I'm just going to say hi. And I'm just going to hit the blue arrow to send a message. And as you can see, I have successfully sent my first message. It says hi. I'm on my mobile device here and I'm just going to type something again like, hey, are you there? And I'm going to send that message. So I'm back to the Tidio panel and I'm going to come over to the inbox on the top left corner and it says no conversations assigned to you. Go to the unassigned folder to take over next conversations. So I'm just going to do that now. And as you can see, I have a conversation that came from my mobile device. I can join the conversation here. Let me just go ahead and do that. I'm going to join the conversation and it has moved to my open conversation. So from here on, then that conversation should be in my open. Said hi and hey, are you there? Yes, I am. And as you can see, on my mobile device, it does say that I am typing. Let me just continue to type here on my Tidio panel and you will see that it says that I am typing. The user, the Tidio agent is typing. So I'm just going to send this message and say, yes, I am. I'm hitting reply. And I'm not sure if you heard it or not. It did display a brief sound. Let me just reply from my mobile device. I'm just going to put thank you. And I'm going to type something else here. What can I help you with? And as you can see, it shows that it's typing. So I'm just going to hit reply. And here's the sound. It was clearer this time because I put the phone nearer to the mic. I'm just going to hit go back here on my mobile device. So let's say if I type something on my mobile device and I am away from the panel. Let me just actually close out the panel altogether on my website. I'm just going to close out the panel altogether and I am back to my regular WordPress dashboard. So it means that I am not online. So I am going to try to say something. Hey, where are you? And I'm going to send that. Where are you? It prompts me to enter my email. Just a fake email here. no@gmail.com. Just a fake email. Send. And it says, thank you. Your ticket is submitted. I am going to actually go back to the Tidio chat, open Tidio panel, and it does appear with a new message in the inbox here as I opened it, and it did come up under this section here, tickets. Actually, it did come up under tickets because the agent was not available. So in order to assign it to someone, I can actually touch this check mark and I can assign it to someone, or I can just delete it. Let's say I consider it spam, or I can mark it as spam or delete it. But I'm going to assign, and it says assign the ticket, and I'm going to assign it to Peyton, and I'm going to hit assign. So under the live conversations, I have one assigned to me, and under the tickets, I have one that is also assigned to me. So typically what this is going to do is going to reply to this email here. So this email is a fake email, so it's never going to reach there. But I can actually just enter something here and say, I am sorry, I was at lunch, and hit submit as pending or submit as solve. And if I send a message, it should reach to that inbox. In this case, it's not going to reach to that inbox because it's a fake email. So I don't own that email. And as you can see, it actually works pretty well. So
now is your turn. If this helped you, give me a like and comment with your biggest live chat challenge. I'm serious about turning your feedback into real tutorials. Stay with me to watch more videos about WordPress chat solutions, and I see you in the next one.